Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are looking at something, well, something pretty specific. The central London super prime property market.
And we're talking about the absolute top tier, homes priced over £15 million.
Right. And the sources we looked at revealed this incredible paradox. The general UK market is, kind of stagnant.
It's slow, but this tiny ultra high-end segment, it's completely detached from that reality. It's actually booming.
So who is fueling this? I mean, where is all this money coming from?
Well, the data is it's incredibly clear. It's almost all foreign capital. So get this, for the last 4 months, July to October 2025,
Okay.
almost 30% of all these sales were to Gulf buyers. We're talking UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, primarily.
30% in just 4 months. That's a massive reliance on one specific region.
It's huge, and the numbers are staggering. In the first half of 2025 alone, Gulf buyers dropped 105 million
Just 105 million.
on just 7 properties, all of them over that 15 million mark.
Okay, so that raises the big question, why now? What's happening right now?
It seems to be two main things. First, and this sounds a little strange, is that London is seen as good value.
Good value. At 60 million pounds for an apartment.
I know. But it's all relative, right? Prices in London have been pretty flat for a decade. Meanwhile, property prices back in the Gulf have been soaring. So for them, London looks, comparatively cheap.
So it's a perception of a bargain. What's the second driver?
The second one is all about politics, or the fear of politics. Agents reported this real flurry of transactions right at the end of the year.
A flurry, okay. Why?
People were rushing to get deals done before the UK government's budget announcement. Everyone's afraid of big tax changes, maybe even that mansion tax that gets talked about all the time.
That fear of political change driving millions in sales?
Mm.
That says a lot. Does that sensitivity change what kind of properties they're buying?
Oh, absolutely. The sources were very clear on this. The days of buying a small 1 or 2 bed flat just as an investment, that's over. There's been a huge shift. Now it's about these massive, long-term trophy homes, places they intend to keep for 20 years, maybe more.
And a trophy home needs more than just a good address. It needs infrastructure.
Exactly. That's why the new builds are doing so well. They have the gyms, the swimming pools, the private cinemas, all in-house. Things you just can't get in an older building in, say, Knightsbridge.
So which neighborhoods are winning out?
It's places like Belgravia and Mayfair. They're seeing properties either completely rebuilt from the ground up or, just built from scratch to meet this very specific demand.
And just to give you a sense of the scale here.
Yeah.
You can go and buy an apartment right now at a new build like Park Modern. It overlooks Hyde Park.
Sure.
And they're listed for 42 million and even 60 million pounds.
And it's not always just buying one place. It's about creating a personal campus, almost.
What do you mean?
Well, we saw this perfect example. An Abu Dhabi businessman in one building in Mayfair spent a total of $30.4 million.
On one property.
No, that's the thing. On 3, he bought the duplex penthouse for himself, a 3-bed guest apartment on another floor, and then a separate, smaller apartment for his staff.
Wow. So these homes are serving so many different purposes.
Exactly. They're a pied-à-terre for a quick visit, they're a future home for their kids who are at university in London, or they're just a lock-up-and-leave holiday home.
And I suppose when you're in that top 1%, spending 30 million is different.
It's completely different. For them, their wealth has just exploded. There hasn't been a recession for that group for a very long time. What they want is something truly unique. The location, the views, the amenities, the price is almost a secondary thought.
So if we pull all of this together, what our deep dive really confirms is that this tiny slice of the London market is now, well, it's hugely reliant on this very small, very mobile pool of Gulf purchasers.
It is. It's operating in a completely different world from the rest of the UK market.
Which leaves you with a really provocative thought about London, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, what does it really mean for a major global city?
Yeah.
When the health of its most expensive, most luxurious real estate is almost completely tied to external events.
Right. Like a budget announcement in the UK.
Or just the spending power of a handful of international billionaires. It's a market that's defined almost entirely by forces completely outside its own domestic economy.